Hi guys. Are you guys on your phones?
No,
okay.
I'm trying to find.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion.
Real,
raw,
and we're saying it all.
So guys, today we would like to talk about something that I think is very, very crucial that's happening around us. We just want to know, is it just us? Or are we? Are you we? You know?
Or us, you.
Us, you. Is it happening everywhere? The financial situation in the country. There are times I feel like I want to cry and say, does the government know that we are being charged 1,000 shillings for a tomato? Anyway, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, the cost of living is quite high on my side, in my house. And honestly, for me, this video is just about me really venting. And it's like, even if you don't comment, even if we turn off the comments,
just allow us to
just
vent,
really
because
want to vent.
What is this?
Jesus Christ.
Where is this?
What's happening? What's the situation like in your places?
What must we do? Are we not, do we not look nice enough?
What I don't be understanding is like, I'm working, okay, some money is coming in, but I don't know if I'm the one who hasn't mastered saving.
Yes.
I think I haven't mastered saving.
Is it the saving though? Because as soon as you save, no sooner than. As soon as you save, you need the money to pay for a disease.
Yeah.
Or to pay for the car breaking down.
Yeah. Healthcare is so expensive.
I can't even deal. I'm like, every time people tell me they have health insurance, I'm like, tell me what's
How?
it like?
Like, it must be nice. But you know that a lot of our health, like even health insurance, like if you went to a big hospital and you was to be there for a week, even health insurance would run out.
Barely covered.
That's
true.
It's only for being
But if you went into the hospital and you were sick for over a week, there are some things it doesn't take care of. So how are you surviving from it?
For me, I feel like we should first of all open this topic by talking about, in my opinion, I feel like I want someone to come out and tell me, and if you watch this and you're a financial guru or expert, please do come and save me, because
Reach out.
I feel like it's unrealistic. Like the whole saving culture right now, for me, I feel like has become unrealistic, because the truth is, as of 5 years ago, our salaries have not changed, right? And for me, I'm speaking as a public servant, but I know that it's the same as private sector, right?
Yes. If
they're not
anything,
changing
private,
your
they
salary.
went down.
However, the cost of living is rising and rising, right? So people are educating children, they are paying rent. There's a time someone told me that, Prim, it's so painful that as a 30-year-old or something, I'm planning to rent for the rest of my life, because it is very unlikely that I'm going to come into 40 million all at once and use it to buy land. Like, buy land. Like, let us just start there. Buy land. And let alone building. Like, maybe building, he's like, you can understand with building, you can just get like 5 million, put bricks, 2 million, do this. But like, get a chunk of money and buy land where there's like nothing else it has to cater for, right? So, you find that the money is still the same, but you have all these things that you have to pay for and cover for. At the end of the day, I want to tell you the truth. All the incomes that I earn, from content creation and from like work, like when I put them together, I fail to have savings. Maybe the best that I can do for myself, the best that I'm trying to do for myself is get to MC is equal to MR. That's the break-even point. Marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying
just want to make ends
to
meet.
float,
Get
right?
this
Like
string,
just
get
float.
this one and make them meet.
But I'm failing to actually put away money, like say...
Like significant money.
Significant money, yes. I'm failing to put away significant money. So I don't know if it's me that is doing something wrong. I feel like I want to bear my finances to someone's feet and like tell them this is what I have.
Do what you,
teach me,
help
or help me.
Fix it.
Help me. Then I also tell you these are my needs. Okay, and this is my money. So now tell me what to do. I feel like I want to cry for someone. Like, me, where do I go?
Okay, me, I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing the things.
Girl.
But
we are constantly on a roller coaster. Uganda, you know how everyone says like the Western world is a rat race. Cities like London, New York, Paris, rat race. People are just constantly moving, making money. And if you're not moving, you're not making money. And if you're not making money, you're not moving. And that has come here in Kampala. If you sit down like this and stop moving, you're not making any money. And then if you're not making any money, you're not making ends meet. Do you know what it's just become, it's gotten out of hand. It's really gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
Like a home bill that used to be 2 million, now is 4.
Yeah.
But the salary is still
Has
1.
not changed.
Still 1 million. You need 2.
Yeah.
You need 4. What used to be, it used to make 1 million, and your bills were 2 million. You have to find a hustle, side hustles, whatnot. Now, when that 2 million, a year ago, that 2 million became 4 million, but you're still on your car 1 million. You get, how many side hustles can one start? How many side hustles can you, how much hustle can you do? And this hustle culture, Lord help me.
And I feel like it brings us to that thing where lately, like there's a time I had a lady asking me in my DMs, there's a time I was doing an Ask Me Anything, and someone asked me, do you still respect your partner if you're contributing to half the bills? And I was wondering, as opposed to what? In this economy.
In this economy.
Whereby we are 2 incomes in this. No, we have, he has his business, he has a job, I have a business and a job. 4 incomes. We are barely surviving, and we do not have children. We are barely surviving, the 2 of us, right?
Where do you get
with
time
our
not
black tax?
To disrespect him?
How am I sitting at home? I feel like, guys, maybe these things worked at a certain point. Our mothers could afford to stay at home because our fathers, by then, the economy wasn't as bad as it is. And let me tell you something. Uganda is a small open economy, so that means that it's affected by spillover
from other places.
Yes. Right? So, and the situation is dire in both Uganda and other countries, and the world at large. The situation is dire. And we are going to be like this for some time, right? Like, it's
going to be a while.
Yes, this is like there was a pandemic that has affected the entire globe. When you look at the media industry, it has also been affected. I'm talking TV, radio, and the rise of social media obviously has washed away a bit of things. Everyone is struggling to meet revenue. You know, when you sit at a restaurant and you see it filling up, you're like, this person must be making money. Wow. But they are in loss. Like, every business is affected. And you're confidently telling me that you want to lay all the burdens in that home on one income, on one person like this, on one person. And I think this is going to lead to, first of all, there's going to be escalated depression among men because we are expecting them
no one supporting
wholesomely provide for the entire, for the entire home. Yeah. But like, if we are barely surviving with 4 incomes and we don't have children,
how are you going to just...
How are you going to have kids? Bro. And you let that person...
One person take the burden.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think we forget that men are human. Human, born of human. Do you get what I mean? Like, often it's like, a man with money. We are living in the same economy as the men. And by the way, it's the day of the woman.
It's not better for them. And
banks are giving women loans. Grants are being given to women. All sorts of aid is being given to women. Men are swimming on their own in the deep sea of so many women just wanting them.
If we want to just take and take and take and take.
We just want to take and take and take. We are really putting, by the way, I fear for the man in the next 20 years. I really do.
I know
I
that.
I really, really do.
I
There's
know that
nothing to
we
support.
have to feel like we've been empowered, and we've been empowered as women, and we are empowering one another. And for that, and like, I don't feel, bad for them like that. Like, I don't feel so bad of, because I know that they've enjoyed these privileges for such a long time, right? They've enjoyed the privileges of earning higher money in workplaces than women, or they were employed and women were not employed. Women were told things like, we cannot hire you because you get pregnant. We can't hire you because blah, blah, blah. But when you can, as a woman, you see, as a woman, if you can afford to like get a job or something, I think that this is about to stop being about this versus that, and it's about to be how are we all going to swim together through what's happening.
Survive.
Because
Yes.
I don't know, the whole point is partnership, no?
Yeah.
Like,
How are we going to float
we
through this
partner, 'cause how are you going to get
economy
through this stuff?
together?
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in this whole her money is her money, and then his money is our money. And that's, for me, that's my view. We live in this house together, you get. There's no way I'm going to be like, pay this, pay everything, and then I get my money and I do not know, do whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's such a struggle. And another thing that I feel like is sort of to blame is how comfortable the middle class has got.
Oh my God.
By middle class, I'm putting that in quotes, the middle class, because can you imagine, you and me are considered middle class in Uganda, as broke mouses as we are.
Church mice.
We're not even mice. I feel like
mice are rich.
Mice are rich. We are mouses. As broke mouses as we are considered middle class of this, you know.
A middle class.
So when they increase, you know, when like schools are not regulated and they increase tuition to whatever, my middle class is just like, I can afford. Like, we can still afford. We are very
laissez-faire,
like very unbothered
Yes.
about like what's happening, about, you know, just like, okay, we can still afford.
And no
these
one
schools. We
is
can
coming
still-
out to say no to things.
You know, generally, as
Ugandans, we don't say
There's a
no.
way we're very like complacent.
Because you see,
We're very
yes.
complacent, and I'm just like,
people. It's the way we are.
I'm like, oh my God, how are we okay? How are we okay with this?
It's like, see, in some places, some things would not lie, but us, we let them lie.
Yeah.
We let them, like a school will go and increase their fees by I don't mind.
A ridiculous
increasing,
amount. You pay
but by a
development
ridiculous
fee.
amount. And no one is.
You pay for uniform
Everyone is
fee.
complaining in their own homes. Yeah, but these schools, what not. But no one is coming out to tell the school this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I recently,
we are absolutely not going
We
to
are part
pay
of the
this
problem.
money.
yeah,
we
we
are
are the
actually
middle class,
100%
the
part
middle
of
class,
the
the middle class. English speakers, oluzungu lungi, and that's where the problem is. I recently was thinking to myself, like, would my mom have afforded to educate us now?
Right now.
She cannot. And you guys, I want you to know that my mother was a teacher who was earning 250,000.
Yeah.
And I keep talking about how she educated us on centenary bank loans. You get. But right now, have you seen the interest rates? I even told her, I'm like, Belle, can you believe that if we were going to school right now, you'd not have afforded to take us to school?
Even we can't afford to
We can't
take our
afford
own
to take our children to school.
If you're looking for a good school, you're looking at 2.5 million.
True.
Per
Pre-primary, I think.
At preschool,
Yeah.
per child.
Yeah.
You haven't put uniform, you haven't put food, you haven't put transport, you haven't put anything else.
And all the
You're
things that
just paying.
schools
Now
add
imagine
along the
people
way.
who have 3 kids, or 4, or 5.
I get overwhelmed.
Me
like,
too.
From far away, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling this pressure. How is someone else managing with an entire home to run and children to feed and educate and entertain, and I don't know all
It's
the,
not
the
easy.
You
billion
guys,
things that
me, I
come with
thought
Really
that
not
by the
easy.
end of this year, we're going to be trying to have kids and everything, but already, that's postponed in my head. Like now, I'm just like, what's the price of condoms? Please do not put tax on condoms and birth control methods. Do not put any taxes
Yeah.
on IUDs
Because
because
you-
I
it needs to
cannot
be
afford
cheap
a
for
child
us
right
to
now.
keep-
I can't. I can't.
Family
lot.
planning.
I'm just like, yes, because I'm just like, can we
No,
afford,
but
like,
it's true. And
you
you know,
guys.
you make all these plans. Because who does, like,
last month
you
we
make
paid our
plans.
landlord of Jino Kwatayo Zineno. You know how the entire month, like, let's say the rent, this is just an example. Let's say the rent is 500. We're like, Kwataya video Jino Vereda. Oh,
Yeah.
imagine how you're like, let's pay for 2 weeks. We'll bring the balance the other 2 weeks of the month
Yeah.
later. And you guys, it's 2 people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
if
what?
you add a child, that the children are expensive.
Yeah.
They're their own adult times too. It's just insane.
wild.
It's just ridiculous. Like you're looking at ways, okay, how do I make ends meet?
Yeah.
You're seeing the money is coming in, but it's not nearly enough to do every single thing. And we also don't want to go back into that lifestyle
Yeah.
of you are living in a kazigo, you know, you're barely enjoying your life. You know, because that's the price you pay in Uganda. If you
I
have to
think
save
this
the
makes us
money
talk
you
about
make.
the quality of life. Remember when Winnie Byanyima talked about the quality of life of Ugandans? You guys, there's living life,
We can't afford it.
but the quality
The quality of it.
of life. And the
Something else
quality of
completely.
life right now is
Even just
I think we are living. You know how you just be. The quality of life is a glass bubble, and anytime it will break on anyone,
at any moment.
at any moment, you are one hospital bill away from poverty.
Thank you. I remember when my sister got sick, that's when I saw that, wow, guys, we are just one sickness like this away
One
from poverty.
From poverty.
Like absolute poverty.
Yeah.
And I wondered,
You
I was like,
start
so if we
selling
hadn't had all
one
that
car
help-
or two cars.
Because it wasn't a thing we could have
Then you
managed.
sell land.
It was, what if we hadn't had all that community and help and people?
And there are people that don't.
Yeah, many people don't.
There are people that
Same.
don't.
Same.
What is
People are
this?
selling off property just to survive.
Yes, as in, guys, someone is going for like dialysis is, you know, and this brings us to the next question. Do you think, okay, the next question was, do you think that this whole wealth creation, building wealth, do you think it's realistic?
Sometimes
I think it is.
Yeah, I
Right
think
now?
it is, but I think I also keep saying maybe I've just not informed myself enough. Like I need more education because there must be something. I know for sure there are things I'm missing. Like I keep every time I meet, like in this last week I've been meeting like financial people. And I'm asking them, can we host you sometime and you teach us? But teach us in a way of like.
Teach us in
Like
Uganda.
I'm 3 years old.
Yes.
And now you're taking
I want
me
to
through
understand,
number
yes.
one.
Yeah. Yes.
Plus 1 equals 2.
Yeah.
Like that. Because I think a lot of us are just moving. We're just moving hand to mouth, moving. And I think there's a better way to do things, but I don't know it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I also feel like I just need someone to just like.
But you guys, the one thing I have realized, first of all, it takes a lot of time to build wealth.
Yeah.
You just have to have the tenacity to make it through this. Because you have to first make the wealth and then know how to manage it. We cannot have wealth with how our situations, all in our individual situations are. But building wealth sources is what makes the sense, which is we're doing that. By the way, I have no doubt in my mind that with a good strategy, you can build wealth. No, you can create the wealth.
Sources.
Yes, and patience, by the way. It's just about patience and persistence. You see how we're doing unpopular opinion, and it's taking a lot of our time, a lot of our energy, very little input in terms of finances, and yet we are putting in, on top of the fact that we can't afford our already monthly bills.
Yeah.
We've
we
also
have
added this
yeah.
particular investment.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
That's true.
You get what I mean? We put millions into this show as an investment every single month in order for us to say 10 years from now we've built.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? The problem usually comes in managing the wealth. When it starts to come, how are you building? Are you building it based off on sand? Are we building? So what usually happens is that people build businesses they need to be in to run. You're not building wealth.
That's why generational wealth is such a rare thing.
Extremely.
In our society.
Because there are two kinds of things, and I've for most of the coaches I've ever heard from, but Vusi Ntembekwayo is the one who usually says it the most, and I 100% believe it. There are two kinds of people in the self-employment. You're either self-employed or you're an entrepreneur. Self-employed person is someone who has created their own job. An entrepreneur is someone who has created a business that runs with or without them. So most of us are creating
Self-employment, I think.
our own jobs.
Our own
Self-employed.
jobs, yes.
We are creating our own jobs.
Yeah.
So we are making money. However much that money is, the moment you're not there, that is it. But what you want to be doing is create something that will survive. Which is why, exactly, something that will outlast you years and years. That's where us in Uganda, and this I see this in people who, the women I teach and coach, is that we're not building systems. You get? Those systems are extremely important. Because if unpopular opinion, if Claire is not in unpopular opinion, does it run? Does it go on? You get? Have we built a kind of system where we're going to hire Sarah, Mary, and Jane to come in, take our seats here? For us, we are in Barbados. They are doing the
show, yeah.
And or have we created other avenues in the business that are going to run in the background, give us money? When we can choose to work, we can choose not to. You get? It's the same thing I'm doing in the business, which is why things like influencer work is very short-sighted.
Very volatile.
If you're building just for influencer work, first of all, by the time you're 40, like you're no longer hot cake. They want them young. You get? So it's nice, well, for nice side money, but you cannot build a business based off of influencer work. It is really hard. Really, really hard. You have to remain relevant, which is difficult the older you get. You get? So with around, even around my influencer work, I'm building the business. A business, and now I'm taking it to the next, you take it to the next level where everything is in a system. Yes, the building part is hard. That is the hard. You need a lot of persistence, tenacity. You need a lot of boldness and just keep charging. And money. Because while you are building, you're not making much.
And that's
and
what
yet you're
actually hard. I recently broke down of...
So tough.
I was like, my goodness, okay, we have a house to build, yes. But there's no one telling you, first stop paying rent here and you first finish that side.
Yeah.
No, life does not stop throwing things at you. Life still comes. Thank you.
The baby still needs milk.
Yes, the bills are coming.
Everything is
coming regardless.
And
like nothing is stopping.
I tell now, for us women, you guys, we are required to have good hair. The nails must be good. The clothes must be
maintenance
on point.
is
you
so
need to
expensive.
Dress who you want to be, like who you want to be. And then you find at the end of the month, you've spent maybe 300K, 400K on clothes because you can't buy just anyhow. Do you get what I mean? Because we're at an age, we have to wear class. Then the hair. Bena, have you been to a salon these days?
The prices.
Have you been to a salon these days?
When you see me not
prices.
when you guys are wondering
have you bought a lipstick these days? But I'm doing my nails. You guys are getting me.
Guys, our makeup artist keeps peeping. Talk to me directly. Claret, come
talking to you directly.
Come and say hello to the viewers. But yeah, the prices are insane.
It's insane. And you know, as a woman, no one's going to respect you as a woman if you're not doing these things. Yeah, food is insane. It's a basic need. It's a basic need. Why aren't you making basic needs? Basic needs, you know, like, why aren't basic needs affordable? You guys, let me tell you something. Do you know the number of times I've, like, twice, Yaka goes off, and for me, I just keep living my life thinking, we all don't have Yaka. You think it's...
Until one night I came back to a dark house, and
you're the only one that is
okay, it's Yaka. I put 10K. On Saturday, like 2 weeks down the road on Saturday, electricity goes off again. And I'm like, obviously, we all don't have. I continue. I now wash my clothes with the hands, everything. As I'm almost done, I'm like, wait, it could be yak. Indeed, it was yak. Like, the price of electricity, the price of water, I feel like water, which is a basic need. Like, it's just like, I mean, I'm having such a hard time grasping anything and everything. So, I have a question. Do you guys think that, you know how, like, retirement is still feasible? Like, is it, you know how people retire off into the sunset? Do you think like it's something that we can afford to do? Because for me,
so far,
right now, I can. If they told me Prim retire tomorrow, then goodbye to me. As in, literally, I will go get a tombstone and decorate it, and then
just
wait,
enter.
and then enter.
being buried.
Because the thing is that our parents who are now in retirement, our parents are now starting retirement or they've started.
Yeah.
Prostate cancer kicks in, or kidney failure or something, and maybe all their gratuity, all the savings goes into that. They even reach an extent of selling the houses of rent that they have, this is the source of wealth that they built to last them their retirement. And for you, their children, us, to also benefit from, right? But now they sell because, okay, we are taking them to India. Okay, we are now doing, chemo. blah, blah, blah. So you find that it's not like you cannot even look at someone right now, a retired person, and feel like, oh, they squandered their money. No, they could have done everything right. Saved up, invested, and now one health bill like this.
One
health bill.
crisis away from
Yes,
poverty.
you take them to
Ghana.
India, and even when they come back,
and not just you, your entire family
yes,
is going to be rendered poor because
yes,
of one sickness.
yes, yes.
It is so sad. Do you know how it's almost like you just want to be like, but what are we on here in Uganda? But why don't we find greener pastures? Because do you get what I mean? They are also suffering. Yeah, you're like, listen, okay, let me just stay here in Uganda. It's world over, that's the truth. But then what I appreciated about when I lived in the West is that your basic bills.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
The system is in place for those.
The system, the health insurance, you had health. Yes, you'd sit at the hospital and wait for how many hours. But when you're critical, no one will send you. You'll see the doctor. Do you get what I mean? If you're not critical, that's when you you sit at the hospital. In which case, you just go to a GP, where I would pay just 50 pounds. You get, and everything else was free. It's just those little.
No, the basics. They're not
basics.
Little. The basics are
You
cared
get
for.
basics.
Education.
Like I'm not going to get sick and
bankrupt
get
myself.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about when I get sick because getting sick is normal.
You guys, right now, like I said in an episode, luxury is good health. Right now, good health is luxury.
I have a relative who lives in the States, and you can claim, if your husband is not working, you can claim Obabich. And then you can claim what? And they have so many benefits. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can claim free childcare, education is free. And you just like, for us, we pay every single thing from the shoe
But also
to the
it
head
comes down to
the
the
last
quality
hair.
of that education.
That's true.
Also,
The
again,
quality of that education. It's free,
us
but what's
first
the
talk
quality?
what's the quality of education here, Prim?
I think you guys, when we did education, schools were good. People came all the way from different countries to study in
We have a
Uganda.
country of unemployed people. Yeah?
Because it's not
This country is is so raw. It's so raw.
That's true.
If we had an education system that empowered us creatively, we would not have just as
I
much
think
poverty as we have.
we've just now reached there. You've seen the new curriculum. They've changed the curriculum.
Prim, the curriculum that we did. Now, for me,
Us.
that we did.
But government has changed the curriculum now.
But how have they changed it? Because for me, I don't see
Now
much of
people
a
do
change.
woodwork from S1.
No,
have you seen
woodwork
that?
is not the problem.
Woodwork,
Have you seen how kids are
they
still
do
suffering to do P7?
Mechanical things. They've changed.
It's one of it. Why also remains to be seen. Like, is that impact real, or is it those things of class here and there? That's kind of whatever.
It
It's just like
can't be it can't be impactful. What kids need is time to invest in their own individual creative talent, not woodwork.
I think
So
that's
if you
what the
make
new system
everyone
is
do
all about.
woodwork,
there were
it's
some
not.
things that we studied that were really relevant, but because they were always treated as side things, we
Yeah.
didn't invest in them.
Yeah.
Because it's like languages. You guys, these way languages were like as if a side hustle
Yeah.
that you don't care about.
Yeah.
Even the teachers used to treat it like whatevs. They come and yet Managi, we were studying French, German. What we should have been
We should
more
have,
proficient in
yeah.
those languages.
Swahili.
Yeah.
Computer, IT.
As for computer, it was just like playing time.
Yeah. Go open up
And yet
Gmail
now-
accounts.
If you have if you're good in computer right now, you write your check.
It's a skill.
You write your own check.
It's such a valuable whatever. So a lot of the skills also they're
And
teaching.
even for us,
as
it
if they're
was
not putting
introduced
energy
so
in
later
them.
on, like over in our S4, over S3.
Computer.
Yeah, like it was introduced a bit later on, like, but did we study it
That's
from
what I'm
S1?
saying,
I think. But it was
what-
introduced way later on.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that the education system, I see a lot of foreigners coming and start businesses where no Ugandan ever thought to start a business.
No, they did.
get-
They thought about it. They just didn't have the means, the
No,
capital.
but whatever it is, these people
But
have finding capital. Whatever it is, they have an advantage
also the skill
that we
of
don't
it.
have. We don't have skills. Us who are employers, you ask me right now. Yeah, you employ qualified people. On paper, they are fantastic. Practice. You get 9 out of 10 times. you're like, but where? What degree is this that you got?
You have
From
to
where?
train them.
The truth is we do,
And
we do
even
have
when
really,
you're training
we have
them, they
good
do not
degrees
have a creative bone in
on
their
paper.
bodies.
Yeah. There's that like
Yes.
very limited of we do everything
Thank
exactly
you.
like this how it was in
Yeah.
that book.
Exactly. Do you get what I mean? And by the way, I'm in a very crucial sector, education. So if the teachers are not creative, how are the kids going to be creative?
Yeah, also, the kids will be in the box as
It's
well.
going to be the exact same thing. So, and the teachers, like, it's just a cycle.
Yeah.
If the teachers cannot help guide the kids to be creative in their own individual manner, then it doesn't matter what the curriculum says, delivery is also extremely important. Do you get what I mean? So it's just one of those things of you see that countries around us are coming up. Ugandans, we're still all bidding for the exact same jobs.
That's true.
Do you get what I mean?
That's true.
The ones, it's almost survival for the fittest. But
And we've not had
It's so
we've not
sad.
had an education system that's made us confident.
no, we
We don't
haven't.
sell ourselves so well. And yet, you guys, recently when someone said that Ugandans are lazy, it broke my heart. It really broke my heart because Ugandans work. Ugandans work. I will speak for Ugandan women especially. You've seen those market women. Ugandan women are so entrepreneurial. Like you guys, you know how people mock women at every woman now has a boutique or a hair business, but it's still what? A business.
It is.
Ugandan women every day. This one will tell you, oh, now I sell this. Tomorrow you'll find
Every
her selling,
Ugandan woman is selling
something. You get Ugandans work. Ugandans really do work. That's the truth.
We just don't have the resources or the support
Yeah.
that other people have in their own
But
spaces.
also we are very timid in nature. We are
Yeah.
very timid.
And it's
I
because
see
of our
how
systems, our education
Because our
yes, the
system,
systems
our
have made
education
us timid. We are not so sure of ourselves. Like I keep telling people, brag about yourself.
Who you
When you
are.
are given an opportunity to go to like
Brag.
an interview, blow their minds away. Because the truth is you'll find this person is brilliant and they can do the
But
work,
they are like
but they are just like this. Because we've been told to enter rooms quietly.
And keep quiet. You
Just
sit
like-
in the
just
corner
like-
quiet. You should not be noticed.
Yes, but like, be very meek, be very humble, be very, like I see how, you know how like someone comes, you see how startups do, like startups from the West, they just come, sell something, convince you, and next thing you know, you're all on board, you've gone, right? It's how you even see businesses that are an idea, a Ugandan comes up with an idea, and they need to attach a certain like foreigner to they slap them on the face of the business.
Oh, they need to go abroad
Yes.
to develop that
Oh, they
thing
need to
because
go
no one
abroad to
believes in
develop
them
it.
here.
Yeah,
They
yes.
can't find people
Yes.
here that can invest in that idea. It's what I believe
Yes.
even happened with Rocket Health in the beginning.
Yeah.
They had to find investors out there who believed in a
outside,
vision
yeah.
that is now serving our entire community.
Yeah.
And see how they are doing.
Why
See the
not?
amazing things
Why
that they are
not?
doing.
It's so
right?
sad sometimes when you look at the reality, because at the end of the day, also those jobs that we are gunning for, they are very few, and
That's
an
true.
employed person cannot be rich. You cannot build wealth from employment. It's
Well,
difficult.
Claire, I think
Some
I
people have
That's
done
that. Some people
generational
have.
wealth, you guys. Generational wealth in this maybe in
Okay,
those days.
your
Yeah.
salary,
Maybe in
yeah.
those
It's just
days,
the way
but
you're
in
using that
these
money, of
days,
course, matters
Yes.
as far as generational. But if
you
we're
can
just saying
create wealth for
building,
you there,
Wealth for
right
yourself,
there and
you
then. What I'm saying is
generational needs
real
more, of course, more than
generational
salary.
wealth.
You
You
have to
have
invest
to
in
have
something
more
else
than
that you
salary.
build. Yeah.
We don't even have like these are financial education should be something we are getting from when we are babies. Baby class should have financial class. Do you get what I mean? Marketing should be a subject. Let them take away SST. No one cares about the Alps. Do you understand? Unless you're
prairies.
going to be a
You guys know
pilot.
what to study about the Canadian
Saskatchewan.
prairies. And we drew them.
And traffic
And we
in
drew
New
them
York.
with colors.
And traffic in New York. Do you understand?
Right,
Like
New
we
York
need to
port.
be. Who doesn't know about the traffic in New York? Yeah, but we don't know how to market ourselves and build businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year when I started my bow business. Yeah. The inspiration I've always wanted to have, I was basing off. There was a woman I used to follow when I lived in Ireland. The woman has built a business on just bows. Her name, like she has built a business on just bows. There are 5 million Irish people living in Ireland. Guys, She has made money from those 5 million Irish people by just bows.
Somehow
You
convince
start
each
bows.
of them that you need bows.
Somehow. But that's because our marketing, you get, she has managed to convince
She's
the entire
confident enough
country
to convince you, yes.
that you need bows.
And this
Do you
bow in
understand?
particular,
And not just one bow. You buy bow in January for
there's the
January.
one for autumn.
Then
Then
there's the
for
one for
autumn, it's
spring.
for spring.
Then the one for, and just not one. Yeah, you're buying 5.
Yeah, because you need all the colours.
Yeah,
and the
then the
prints.
Mother's Day comes. So you're buying 10 times a year. One person you're buying from that company. The entire country is buying from her.
Yeah.
You get, obviously now there are more bows. It's just that I really admire this. I was like, but how can one make this kind of bra? Why aren't we teaching these kinds of things in school?
Yeah.
We are there to learn science, mathematics. Unless you're going to be a doctor, why are you learning
Even
how to
doctors
dissect
are
a
struggling.
frog?
Even doctors are struggling. And actually, they should have been equipped from the very beginning, right? You like see their strength, children that want to be doctors. Equip them from Form 1. Not like do not.
But you know another
not-
thing that peeves
it's-
me about
anyway,
our
like,
education
do not drag
system?
everyone else into it.
Cheating. Cheating.
That's not just our
You as a parent, you take your child to a school you know it cheats. What education are you giving them? You're teaching them to be crooks and not to have any integrity when they grow up.
Yeah.
Which is why we have businesses that are cheating us left, right, and center.
Yeah, and that's why even our
You get what I mean?
leadership-
You guys,
Has a lot
it
of that.
peeves me so much when I hear that this one, you're bribing for your child to get into a school. What is that child learning?
Yeah.
What are they? You just that action alone is giving them a world of education. One, they are entitled. They can get whatever they want as long as they have money.
Money. Yeah.
You get what I mean?
But that's the
There's
truth,
no
though.
integrity.
Money gets you everything. So
Yeah, it's just like
It's
building a
true,
culture that's
but
like
that's
centered
based
on-
off
like
of-
kids believe that okay, now me, as long as I just be here, just doing what I do every day, my parents will just pay for me here.
Yeah.
I get a job. They'll pay for me here.
You remember
Like
that-
they'll pave my
that
way.
college
But then
admission
also,
scam.
my problem also is
Maybe-
with that education system is if everyone is cheating.
What then? Like what quality
What
of
are the
individuals?
who are the doctors that are treating us?
Yeah. What quality of people are we putting out into the
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 world.
world, yeah.
The engineer is making our electricity poles. Is that why maybe it's not because every single time it rains, Ugandan engineers have failed to figure out why?
I need someone to explain to me that phenomenon.
Why is it
Because
when
I
it
don't understand
rains?
how our country produces electricity. I'm sure
For
there's
export,
science,
for
but how
export.
come? It just always
Just to export.
baffled me. I think I need someone to teach me. Because me, I thought if we have it here and produce it here, we shouldn't be
until
having
the
those issues.
electric
Yeah.
poles shake in the rain.
Thanks for that
No,
information.
but it
engineer.
rains anywhere else in the
Engineer,
world.
engineers.
So
The
for me,
electric
my
poles
biggest
shake.
issue is, and by the way, if you're an engineer, we're not looking down on you. We're not saying your
course
work
not.
is not. It's just what we're questioning. Why things are not working? Is it
Yeah.
because we have a generation of educated people?
Ah, that's a word.
Do you get what I mean?
Uneducated,
Put it on a billboard.
educated
Like
people.
if you are educated and you still can't manage to make a business that is successful, are you educated? What are those
But I
papers
feel like-
useful for?
I feel like Claire, there's a lot of glamorizing of
Education.
of entrepreneur.
No, that's
Of entrepreneurship.
By the
Why?
way, I have never.
Like I feel like not everyone is meant to be in
No, it's
business.
no, it's not a glamorous.
First of all,
It's
not
everyone's
everyone
meant
is
to
meant
be
to be in
everyone
business
needs
level.
to survive.
But she's just meaning like, do you have the tools to actually go into a market and create something
And create
sensible?
something. Okay.
Something
that
say-
can
and
move.
And sustain it.
What I'm
maybe.
trying
Won't
to
be
say
Coca-Cola,
also,
but
yes,
you're doing something that's moving.
that's sustaining you and
Yeah.
your family, and not just surviving. You are thriving. You get, because at the way the job market is in Uganda, we all have to be entrepreneurs. There is only a 0. How many percent that can afford to be employed,
Yeah,
and even in that, on even a less percentage, have good jobs that pay them enough for
Yeah.
them to sustain
Not
their
one
lives.
job though.
That
Not
means
one though.
each and
Even those that
every
work for
single one of
international
us.
organizations, you find that you're
They still have
consulting
their
here, you're
also-
consulting there, you're
Aha.
consulting there.
You get
That's like
so
you
all
need
of
three
us
incomes, yeah.
need to be taught how to make our own money
That's true.
for when
is
when
needed.
it is needed. Do you get what I mean? This is stuff we need to be kuyonkering from when we are children. You get,
Yeah.
which gives us then a step ahead. You need to be creative. Okay, you're in Kampala. What does Kampala need? Solve a problem.
Yeah.
We are teaching children how to pass exams rather than how to
I know we
solve
made it,
problems.
We made it the goal. Eh? We made passing exams the goal.
We did.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we sum up, do you
I'm
guys
so
think?
passionate about this.
Do you guys think that we are headed in that place? You know how, like, people abroad work during the day you have a different job, at night you have a different job. Do you think that's where we are headed?
That's already where we
Feels
are.
like it. I feel like we're already
That's where
there.
we are.
Nobody works just one job. Do you know? I don't think I know a single person.
Oh, there's so
I don't
many.
think I know.
There's so many people that work one job, but I feel like
No, I think I just don't
it's
know
no
them.
longer feasible. Like,
Because I feel
it
even the
doesn't
people who I know
work.
who have very nice jobs that pay them
Still
a good
have
amount of money,
something.
they're still doing other things. Because first of all,
Consultancy
they're also thinking
somewhere.
of the long term.
Yeah.
And then they also have all these things that they're, I don't know,
Yeah.
they need to care for, that even that big salary, that maybe it's big, as we see it as big, for them over they're also doing 100 other things. I don't know
And it's
who's
not
working one
enough,
job
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, it's not
As they're
enough.
working it, they're trying to build apartments and they're trying to what? I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
We're
would
already
really, really
there.
love to hear from you. This is like a very sensitive and topic that's very close to our hearts. And it's a very good thing that we are with Claire here, because Claire is a very business guru and entrepreneur guru. So it's been like so good to actually hear from you as well. And knowing that, okay, she's also, struggling with the rest of us. But anyway, would like to hear from you guys. If there's a financial, person in the comments, please do share with us some of the, at least, tips and highlights that, the basics that we should follow. What's the situation like at yours? Like, what's happening? What's happening? Would
Maybe
like to
they can
hear.
also tell us if there's, I don't know, if maybe they'd like us to create something that's focused on that.
Yeah.
And we have someone who comes and teaches us, like 3-year-olds, guys.
Yeah.
Teaches us 1 + 1.
2.
Even if you give us 5 fundamentals.
That's true.
And we move from that episode, and we have 5 years.
Yeah.
And we improve. In 1 year, at least,
Yeah.
you've shifted something
Yeah.
that can help you down the line. But let us know and let's start looking for somebody.
And yeah,
to do
someone who
something
can
like that.
probably talk to salary earners, because because I know that lots of, actually, Uganda is still a very corporate reliant economy. Eh? Entrepreneurship is not something that we are really doing on such a very large scale. There's so many salary earners, and when financial analysts and financial teachers are talking to people, they're talking to people in business. You get, most of them are like, also when you do a business, so you can also talk to salary earners. If this is something that you can do, we could host, we could have a sit down with you as well, and we see how that's going to work out. But please do let us know how the situation is like at your place. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and turn on your notification bells, and we love you. Thank you for watching.
We hope to get out of this cowl together.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.